Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You are welcome to ICA Ambition Academy Kandiaro, online classes of English by Professor Muhammad Safar Saito. This is lecture 3, MCQs regarding subject-verb agreement. This is part 1 of this topic. As usual, I will show you a slide. You have to apply your mind, find the correct answers, and then I will show you the next slide with answers and explanations. Okay? So this is the first slide. In this topic, you have to find the subject. If you succeeded to find the correct subject, then it will be easy for you to decide for the verb. Now I'm going to change the slide. Every clerk and every accountant was given annual bonus. Why? Two nouns qualified by each or every, even though connected by and, require a singular verb. Mostly, the subjects connected by and require plural verb, but here each or every have been used, and each or every always take singular verbs. Therefore, the correct option is B. Either Najma or Mahwish has broken the glass. The rule is that when two subjects or nominatives are connected by or nar, and both are singular, the rule is that the verb must be singular. Neither the principals nor the teachers are responsible for failure of students. The rule is that when two subjects are plural and both are connected by nar or are, the verb must be plural. All these rules have already been explained to you during my lectures at the academy. Here we will try only MCQs. Either the teacher or the students are responsible for low standard of education. If subjects are singular and connected by are or nar, we use singular verb. But if one subject is singular and the other is plural, we have to see the subject nearest to the verb. If the subject near to the verb is plural, we will use a plural verb. If it is singular, we will use singular verb. So here, students, subject is plural, so we will use the plural verb are. Either he or I am mistaken. When two nominatives or subjects joined by are or nar are of different person. Different person means one is of third person, other is of second person or first person. The verb agrees in person with the one nearest to it. Means the verb will agree with the person or the subject which is near to it. In this case, I, first person, is near to the verb, so I will take the verb am. So correct option is C. Will not take is, like, because is will be applicable in case of he, but here the nearest with the verb is I, so we will use am. See this slide? See the answers? Gulliver's Travels was first published in 1726. Though Gulliver's Travels suggests plural thing, but here it's a name of a book. It's a proper name. Looks like plural, but it's a name of a book. It's a proper name. So it will take singular verb. Zamir is the only one of those students who has lived up to the potential described in the year book. In this case, we have to see the relative pronouns, and very much care has to be taken. So determine what is the real subject, what is the real antecedent of the pronoun or the relative pronoun. Here the relative pronoun is who, and antecedent of who is the only one. The only one. Only one is singular, so it will take singular verb. Option A has. The International Club as well as the Red Crescent Society and the Rowing Club needs to submit a new constitution. The subject here is the International Club, which is singular. The rule is that singular subjects joined by, with, as well as, in addition to, together with, including, along with, except, and accompanied by take singular verb, because these words or phrases are not part of subject. So ignore them while determining the verb. We have to see either the subject is singular or plural before all these phrases. If the verb is singular, or if the subject is singular, we will use singular verb. The subject is plural, then we will use plural verb. We have not to consider the subjects used after all these phrases. Not only students, but also their instructor has been called to the principal's office. The correct answer is B. Now look, paired conjunctions such as either, or, and not only, but also. I already explained, wherever not only will come, in the next part you will certainly find but also. If you find either, then certainly you will find or in the next part. These are called paired conjunctions. So in this type of paired conjunction, the verb will agree with the subject closer to it. Here the subject closer to the verb is the instructor, which is singular. In this case, the instructor is singular, so it will take a singular verb. One of my friends is coming to see me today. One of always takes singular verb. The rule is that one of phrase, one of, always takes singular verb. But after one of, always comes the plural noun. Here, friends is plural. So we will use singular verb because one of always takes singular verb. Next slide. Read the sentence correctly. Sentences that have been prepared by me considering different rules so as to cover the whole topic. See the answers. Most of the milk has gone bad. 6 gallons of milk are still in the refrigerator. Most and milk are uncountable nouns, so singular verb is needed. Moreover, in the second sentence, gallons, not gallon, gallons are countable, so plural verb is needed. Each and every student, an instructor in this building hopes for a new facility by next year. The subject of the verb is each and every, which is singular. So we will use a singular verb. Each and every always take singular verb. The students and instructors each hope for a new facility by next year. The rule is that when each or every comes after the compound subject, here students and instructors, this is a compound subject and each follows them. In this situation, when each comes after a compound subject, then we will use plural verb. If each and every comes before subject, then we will use singular. But if after a compound subject each is used, we will use plural verb. Rice and beans, my favorite dish, reminds him of his native Larkan. Now see, rice and beans, though these two nouns are connected by and, but they give one idea. When a subject gives one idea, though it can be consisting of two nouns connected by an, if idea is single, then we will use a singular verb. Like horse and carriage, ghoda gadi, horse and carriage is running on the road, not are running on the road. Like that sentence, rice and beans, dal chawal we use as a single dish, a single item. So rice and beans give the idea of one dish, so we need a singular verb. Maria and Nilma are going to college. This is a very simple sentence. Two girls, they are separate entities and they are connected by and. Both girls are going, two girls are going, so we will use a plural verb. This is the most easiest sentence. Next slide. The rise and fall of the tide is due to lunar influence. Rise and fall also gives the one idea. Utaro chadhao, learn chadhan. This is a single idea, so it will take a singular verb. ₹1,000 is a large amount of money for a kilo of apples. ₹1,000 is a plural noun denoting one aggregate or total. ₹1,000 is a plural noun, but it denotes one aggregate or total. An amount, take a singular verb. Example, 1,000 years is a long time. 1,000 साल बड़ो अरसो आ. 1,000 साल बहुत बड़ा अरसा है. Like these sentences, ₹1,000 will also take singular verb. 80 kilos was too heavy for me to lift. Option B, was, is the correct answer because after an amount of money, a distance, a weight, or a length of time, considered as a whole as a unit, we normally use a singular verb. Example, $8 seems a high price. 1,000 meters is a long distance to swim. Sentence 109. Bread and butter is his favorite food. Bread and butter, like rice and beans, rise and fall, horse and carriage, also gives single idea. Makhan mani jenke chandan gives a single idea. So it will take a singular verb. See the next one. Which is correct? ₹8,000, ₹8,000 or ₹8,000. The rule is that after specific numbers, we should not use plural. So correct answer is C. 8. 8 is a specific number. So we will not use thousands, but we will use thousand. 8,000, then the noun can be plural. ₹8,000. In option B, only rupee. Noun has not been pluralized, so it is incorrect. And in option A, ₹8,000. Here thousands has been used. The correct answer will be ₹8,000. So correct option is C. These are simple sentences. In articles, also I explain these sentences to you. How the meaning changes with the use of article. See the answers. The secretary and accountant is only. Because before accountant, article D has not been used. Therefore, this is the same person who is secretary as well as accountant. Both responsibilities are being given to the same person. Same person enjoys both powers. He's the same person. Same person is secretary as well as accountant. So, as the subject is singular, the person is singular, so we'll use singular verb. Any of these old maps worth keeping? Is or are both can be used. The rule is that when a plural noun comes after, remember the plural noun, old maps is a plural noun. When a plural noun comes after any of, remember these four phrases, any of, either of, neither of, or none of, we can use either a singular or plural verb. Both are correct. We can use is, we can use are. The secretary and the accountant are not available. See sentence 111. There's only addition of definite article D before accountant. When both subjects take different articles, understand that they are different people. When they are different people, different subjects and connected by and, certainly they will take plural verb. So option is B is correct. When two nominatives or subjects are connected by and, the verb must be plural. Here, the article D clarifies that accountant is a separate person. An angry mob was rushing towards the main building. Mob is a collective noun, and collective nouns take singular verb. Singular number as well as neuter gender. When the collection is thought as a whole, crowd, mob, team, flock, herd, army, fleet, jury, family, nation, parliament, committee. As collective noun, when taken as a whole, take singular verb. You must remember that when they are taken as a unit, as a whole, as a collective noun, they take singular verb. Otherwise, they can take plural verbs in other situations. When you mean the members of army, members of the committee, members of the parliament, we can use plural verbs. But when we take them as collective noun, as a unit, then we will use singular verbs. The crew were taken prisoners. Here crew means members of the fleet or members of the staff of the aeroplane. So we will use option B, verb. Rule is, when the members of a collective noun are considered as individuals, they take plural verb. For example, my family has, as a whole. Now, I take family as a unit. Has decided to move to Karachi. Now, as a unit, it has decided to move to Karachi. It takes singular. But they think it's a better place to live. Now, members of my family is means all the members of my family individually also think that it is a better place to live. So we use they, not it. Use of verb for police was explained to you with clarity. The police are searching for the criminals. With police, we never use is, always we use are. Next, the police department of Sindh is trying its best to maintain law and order. Here, the verb is used is, which is singular, because the subject is police department, not the police. Police department is a singular subject, so it will take article or take singular verb. A number of people have tried to find the treasure, but they have all failed. A number of people. There are two phrases. One is a number of, and the other is the number of. A number of always takes plural verb. A number of means बहुत से, केतराई, many. A number of people have tried to find this treasure. कई लोगों ने खजाना ढूंढने की कोशिश की है. केतरनी मानन खजाने को ढूंढने की कोशिश किया. But when we use the number of people present at the ceremony was small. The number means तादाद. Number of means तादाद, and a number of means बहुत से. Majority of criminals are non-violent. Many singular quantifying expressions can be used with plural nouns and pronouns. Plural verbs are normally used in this case. This rule includes a number of people, a group of us, a couple of my friends, etc. Moreover, with words that indicate portion, example, a lot of, majority of, some of, a third of, etc., we have to get guidance from the noun after of. If the noun after of is singular, use a singular verb. If it's a plural, use a plural verb. Here, majority of criminals. Criminals is a plural verb and comes after of, so we will take the plural verb. The majority of students are in favor of holiday. Exactly like the above sentence. Students is a plural subject and it comes after of, so we will take the plural verb. Last slide of today's lecture. A third of the city is unemployed. A third indicates a portion. The noun city after of is singular. As the last sentence I told you to see the noun after of. After of, the noun city is singular. So it will take a singular verb. A fifth, here also portion, consider. A fifth of the people of the city are under 18. A fifth is a portion. Then comes of. People is plural. The noun people after of is plural, so it will take plural verb. The number of students is very small. The number of and a number of, there is different rule for them. They give different meaning. So the rule of sentence 121 and 122 will not apply in this case. The number of and a number of, they are separate phrases and there is different rule for them. The number of always takes singular verb, but a number of always takes plural verb. The majority of population is against gender discrimination. You know, population after of is a collective noun. And you know, collective nouns take singular verb. So you have to see the noun after of. It's collective noun, so collective noun will take singular verb. One was killed and 3 were injured. When there are 2 subjects in a sentence and they are not in the same number, then we must have to use separate auxiliaries for both of them. Here the number is different. There is 1 and 3. They are different in number. So 3 will take its own auxiliary as it is plural. So it will take the plural verb were. Okay? I think it's sufficient for today's lecture. Hope to see you in the next part of subject verb agreement tomorrow. Thank you.